Hello again, it's Dr. Derek Barron with Practice Insider's Edge. I hope you're having a fantastic day as always. I wanted to come to you with another video in the series that I've been doing, and as the title goes through an explanation, what rung is your business or your practice currently on? So, we are hopefully, have found some of that flatness of the curve that's taking place. And it depends on how we are reacting to that curve, what's happening in our practice with our patients, with our business as a whole, as to see how we're going to come out the other end. So what you have in front of you is, positions that you may see yourself on, kind of a roadmap. Or as I talk about a rung, I'm going to show you an example with a little walkthrough again, because I want to see what rung your practice is currently on and what we can do to get you to the next level in those rungs. So I'm going to share my screen with you here. All right, so you can see my trusty iPad here, and hopefully you'll be able to read my writing as best as I go. So as we look at this, most people have talked about there's two ways in which you can work. You can either work hard or you can work smart. But I think that there's actually three different ways in which you can work. That's hard work, that's guesswork, or framework. So I want to show you a little bit of a framework for where you currently are at, and maybe the steps in which we can go to take you to the next level. So the first level that I want to talk a little bit about here on this rung is most practices that I've had the conversations with this week is many of them are still bleeding. So on their level in which they're, standing out currently, their practice is bleeding. They're hurting because the patients are coming back in. They're hurting because the numbers have been down. They're hurting financially. They haven't gotten their stimulus check, or if they have gotten their stimulus check, let's face it, it just isn't cutting it enough. So their practice is currently in a bleeding mode. It's at the bottom rung. And the one thing that I want you to understand is many people before this took place were a rung or two up. Many have dropped down a rung or two or three, depending on how their practice has been. So if your practice was cut in half or it was cut in quarter or three quarters, you've fallen down a few of these rungs, and I'm going to show you some ways to get up and or get out of this. So the next rung that people tend to find themselves on in the conversations that I had with them is we go from bleeding and they're up to sliding. So many have slid, which is what I just talked about. So many are sliding. It means that you're still slipping or sliding down that, hopefully sliding, I'm spelling that correctly. And you're sliding down the rung to the next level because you just haven't started the new patient campaigns. You haven't done the appropriate steps to get yourself set in the position for growth in the practice. So, we have techniques and strategies and processes to help you with that. Of course, if you ever feel as though you're in a rung you don't want to be in, please feel free to reach out to me. The next level that I've seen some people in conversation with that they've been in is they are in this third one, which is stable. So many practices, especially now, since they're starting to get back in and the economy is growing, maybe ever so slightly, but we're able to open the doors just a little bit. They're starting to feel as though they're stable. They're not where they were before. They want to get to that next point. So they have had a stabilization in their practice and climbed up just a little bit because the new patients are coming in. So a few clients have gone from 50% capacity up to 60. And hopefully by next week, they're feeling as though they're going to be at 70% capacity pre-COVID, which is great to hear. And this final rung that people are on, and I will be honest, not a lot are on here. And if you feel you're on there, I think that that's great. But this final rung, again, is, I talk about it often, it's leadership. So you have done the right things, or you have positioned yourself in the right places to make sure that you are in a position of leadership in your practice, with your family, with your friends, with your community. You've done the correct marketing. Even though the COVID issues are going on, you're doing the correct things to find that you're in the right place at the right time. Now, I want to show you from a perspective here that if we look at this, this is essentially, this is supposed to be a little bit of brown. You are essentially right now in a hole. You're in a dirt hole. What can we do to get you to go from, one level to the next level? So what does it take to go from here to there, or from this position to that position, or from this position to that position? Because if we look at that as a line that crosses through here, when you're below this line and your practice is not stable, when you're below this line over here, you are essentially in a survival mode position. You need to do things that allows you just to get out of survival. There's many things that can be done. Have you done a patient reactivation campaign? Are you doing Facebook Live similar to these? Whatever you can do to get more interaction within your community. If you're over here on this end, where you are up here, you're actually going to potentially start to get into some growth problems. Some of the clients that I have, they're starting back up in their practice, but they're with limited staff. So as more and more patients come in, when do you decide to bring on more of your staff members to help you flow back through practice? So again, I talked about, that there are 3 levels of work that can be done. I believe that there is, number 1, there is hard work. In order to get through school, you put in a lot of hard work. I see nothing wrong with continuing to do hard work. A lot of people talk about being smart, but smart is I think that's a cheat way to go about it. There's other people that are doing something else, and they're trying to figure out what to do by guessing. So they've got some guesswork that's taking place out there. And I don't want you to guess to get to the next level. I want to help you. And that's you and I getting on a phone call, and we do some frameworks. So we work through systems just like you see here, where we find out where you're at. I ask some questions. You give me some answers. Hopefully we find out where you're at. What are you doing? What did you do before that worked for you? And is there a way in which we can use frameworks, processes, and systems to get you up the next level? The goal is to always be moving up the scale. We want you to get to the next level. And of course, the level on the very top of leadership is where I want you to be. So thanks for your time today. If you want to have a chat with me, there will be a link inside of the description. Just sign up for us to get on a call. We'll chat. Again, I'm not a hard sales guy by any means. I've got some solutions that I think can help you. And if you want to find out what they are, we'll get on a call, 20, 30 minutes, find out where you're at, find out where you want to go to, and I'll see if we can help you get to that point. So again, thank you so much for your time. I wish you a fantastic day. Continue to work hard. Smart and hard work go together. Don't guess anymore. If you want some help, we'll work on some frameworks that'll help you get there. All right. Thanks so much. You take care. Have a wonderful day.